The biggest difference I have experienced since being in Content Bootcamp is that I show up as CEO of my business. So I have confidence. I know that I am responsible for my business and that it is not at the whim and mercy of one person deciding whether or not they'd like to be a client.
I am just coming off of our best month ever in our 10-year history. We grossed $85,000 in revenue for the month of August, which blew all of our other numbers kind of out of the water.
I think a couple of major wins, learning how to dial in my content, dial in my messaging, repurposing content over multiple platforms and really trying to get that working for me, and putting myself out there more consistently.
I saw a 40% increase from before working with Karanda to after, and that trend has largely continued.
I've had more folks engage with me. I ran my last signature program and I actually filled 3 spots, which in the past, was really a big struggle. This time around, it was so much easier to do.
Hi, I am Dr. Lori Johnson. I'm an infertility and grief therapist.
Hey there, I am Kristen Urbello, creative director of House of Urbello, and we partner with mission-driven small businesses and nonprofits.
Hi, my name is Nancy. I own a business called Possible Things where I coach creatives and teach them how to make the art, money, and impact they want.
I am Dina Eisenberg. I'm a lawyer turned onboarding strategist. I help solo and small firm lawyers hire and train the perfect legal staff, particularly paralegals.
Hi, my name is Uma Kleppinger, and I am a digital strategist and copywriter.
My name is Carrie, and I'm the owner and manager of Dog Adventures Northwest. We take dogs on off-leash hikes and also provide a lot of training services like private training and board and train, and also pet sitting services.
So before I came into boot camp, my business was a hot mess. I didn't really have any real systems in place. I was still largely acting as a freelancer, even though I was working with a small team. I didn't really have much in the way of a business plan, and I was very much under earning at the time.
So before Content Bootcamp, I was probably all over the place with my marketing. As a service-based mental health provider, marketing is definitely not my specialty. And so trying to figure out ways to reach my target audience were definitely a challenge. I felt like everything was kind of all over the place and not sure about just having a proper system in place in order to access, connect, and follow up with my ideal client. So that was a little bit of a confusing kind of point in my career, but I definitely decided I wanted to level up, and that's kind of where I was before I reached out for Content Bootcamp.
Before joining Content Bootcamp, I knew how to make money in my business, but I only knew how to do it from throwing spaghetti against a wall. So from that experience, it meant that I was frequently in hustle energy, I was frequently exhausted, and I didn't have a clear path of what worked and what didn't work, or a repeatable process to call clients in.
And while I was making headway, I wasn't making enough progress. And honestly, I was struggling so much with selling to lawyers because I just had some limiting beliefs about what could happen.
I've been self-employed most of my life as a creative professional, and so I'm really good at what I do, but I wasn't so good at having really streamlined, effective, lean practices in place to make the business process as smooth as my creative process.
I felt like Neo in the Matrix, where marketing felt very mystifying before. I didn't even really know what it was or what I was looking at. And Content Bootcamp allowed me to kind of see the code behind everything so that I feel much more capable now I'm certainly not an expert in all of the areas of marketing, not even close, but I at least know what the topics are. Like I know the fields that and I know a little bit about everything. And so then I at least have the knowledge of knowing what it is that I want to pursue and want to go and learn more about.
Getting into boot camp changed a lot for me because I don't think I was even aware of how many limiting beliefs I was holding on to about how much money I could make or what I was capable of. And so getting into a space of other women entrepreneurs who are on a similar path was really validating and encouraging, and was the accountability I needed to know that, hey, I can actually run a business.
Content Bootcamp helped me shift or pivot very quickly. I was able to dial in my offer at the very beginning quite easily, and then had a little surprise right here and needed to pivot again, and was able to do so in a way that left me feeling good about the product that I have to offer, and moving forward with that.
The benefit of Content Bootcamp was that it gave me a community and a process to do one-to-many marketing. So I could be more efficient as a business owner. I could spend as much or more time serving my clients as I previously had just calling in my clients. So there was a lot more ease and a lot more accountability with the Content Bootcamp cohort to get things done.
I think I learned so much about who I am and how I process information by going through the boot camp. Specifically, I really got comfortable with reaching out to people that I didn't know. There's always this hesitation about, well, I don't know them, well, what will they want? And, what will they think of me because I'm bothering them in the middle of doing blank, blank, blank. And really, all of that was just my head noise.
Since I've started working with Karanda, I have gained so much clarity about, where I was stuck and why. I have strengthened and streamlined my processes, so I'm not chasing down the same rat holes or maze anymore. I've got a lot more time and mental energy to put towards the place where it really counts, which is delivering solid strategy and content for my clients.
Also, one of my biggest wins since being in bootcamp is finally transitioning to work with my dream clients. So since starting bootcamp, I've really started taking on not just anybody like I was doing before, but people who are a really good fit for what we can offer, and who we really enjoy working with.
For me, it's really been about feeling empowered, feeling confident, being the person who calls the shots, and being really responsible with who what my business is and who my business serves.
I've been invited to do all kinds of speaking engagements in front of my ideal audience because I've just been much more clear about putting my own thoughts into the world. So before, I was a little bit hesitant about being declarative, like this is it. But it's much more, if you kind of like that, you might like me. And going to the boot camp, I just got more comfortable and more confident about saying, no, you're making these mistakes. Here's what the problem is with that, and here's how you fix it, in a very strong, confident way, so that people were like, oh, yeah, okay, you're right. I see that now, and yeah, I want to work with you.
I have become Facebook friends with a lot of people in my cohort, and in the Service CEOs Facebook group, just having this community, again, so that you feel like you know that you're not alone as an entrepreneur. Just sitting in your house in front of your computer, it can feel a little isolating. But now I feel like I have this community of people who are in a very similar situation to me, some of whom have very wildly different businesses, but who I am able to bounce ideas off of and get inspiration from, and really be inspired by it. So it's a lot of really amazing people.
I would tell other people investing in Content Bootcamp, it's not to be afraid to invest in your business and invest in yourself. Because you're worth it. Your business is worth it, and you're worth it. And if you don't show up for your business, then your business is not going to show up for you or work the way that you want it to.
If you've been in that stuck place, if any of this resonates with you, definitely make an appointment to at least have the conversation and see how Karanda can help you change your business, change your life.
And if you're thinking of joining, I would say, come on in. The water's fine. I just remember really struggling and hustling and feeling lonely before I joined bootcamp, and I don't feel that anymore. So it's going to pay off for you in one way or another. I know everyone gets really different things out of the program. So no matter what you need help with in your business, whether it's mindset or systems or content or marketing, this is kind of a space where you get it all. So I hope to see you there.